Hello, everyone. So today we are going to have an enormously interesting interview with the ESL teacher, business English coach, and PhD in linguistics, Uliana Tykha. Today we'll talk about ESL, business English, her Instagram channel, methods of improving English, useful English expressions, and teaching English online. So subscribe to this channel in order not to miss English classes and interviews with interesting people. And leave your comments on what interesting English expressions and business expressions you know. So comment below. Hey Uliana, long time no see. I read a
Hello.
lot of information about you, and you grew up like an English teacher. You have an Instagram, a developed Instagram page, and you became an English business coach, business English coach, and also you're a big cheese. How is life?
Yes, hello, Markian. Long time no see. It's been a long time since we last met. So when was it? How many
I,
years ago?
I think it was on the street.
Yeah, some time
Yeah,
ago.
yeah,
Yes, so first of all, thank you for having me. It is my big pleasure to be your guest today. So I hope we'll have some interesting chat, professional chat. Yes, so let's get it started.
so tell me, please, first, um, who urged you to become an English teacher on Instagram, and why did you decide to have this Instagram blog?
Okay.
Wow.
So I would say that I am quite new in Instagram. Yeah. So I've had my account maybe for 2 years. Yes. But I was following some of the teachers of English. Yes. I was motivated. Yes, to do something similar, and I'm really enjoying it. Yes.
Hmm. Cool, cool. So anyway, I put the link below to your Instagram account. So anybody who is fond of your page and who is fond of business English can follow you and enjoy your videos, because I really
Yes.
enjoy your videos. I didn't know some expressions, and
Yes, thank you very much for
yeah.
promoting me. Thanks a lot.
Uh-huh. And your expressions are really unique, and it seems to me that you thoroughly picked these expressions.
Yes, yes. I cherry pick the expressions that I share
Yeah,
with my audience. Yes.
yeah. So the question to you, I know that you are a business English teacher. So could you share with us top three business English expressions? Um, yeah, in your
Okay.
opinion, three business English expressions.
Yeah, so there are so many of them that I really like, but the ones that I would like to share with you today will be, so the first one, to make a killing, which means to get a great financial success. Yeah, so we can say like something like the company made a killing on this retail project. Yes, or something
Mhm.
like this.
Yes, I
Uh,
heard this expression. So
yes,
it's
to make a
probably
killing.
it's like a break the bank. Could be
Yes,
break
yes.
the bank
Like to have a
making.
breakthrough in business. Yes, to have great financial success. That's it.
Unfortunately, I didn't break a killing because I was afraid, and I withdrew my money from Bitcoin, and Bitcoin skyrocketed. So
Yes.
how stupid I was! I didn't make
Mm.
a killing. Mhm.
Yes, this is a risky business. Yes, to invest. Yes, all your savings in some digital currency. Yes.
Like we say, who doesn't take a risk, that doesn't drink champagne. Yeah.
Yes, it would be nice to know how it sounds in English. Maybe they have some really, good alternative to this expression.
Yeah,
Yes, great.
hit or miss, maybe hit or miss, but it's another
Um,
version. Yes.
maybe. Okay, so another one, it is rather informal, but I really like it, is to go belly up. Yeah,
Oh,
so it means you can imagine, yes, like when
like a cockroach.
someone or something goes belly up, yeah, so basically it fails, yes, or the company goes bankrupt. Yeah, so you can imagine it is like an animal is dying, yes, and they're going belly up. Yeah, so this is the origin, yes, of this expression: to fail,
Actually,
to go bankrupt.
yes, the origin, as far as I know, of this expression is when, like, some fish can go belly up. Yes,
Yes, a fish or a turtle, yes, they
but
do the
this
same.
expression associates with kind of cockroaches. So I don't know, there's
Maybe,
cockroaches
maybe.
and the belly up. So that's it.
That's it.
Cockroach.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So to say, we can say that a lot of businesses have gone belly up, yes, during this pandemic. Yes, maybe some restaurant chains, yes, and things like
Yeah.
that. Hmm?
Definitely, catering businesses
Mhm.
went belly up.
Yes.
But delivery business may are making a killing, I think.
Yes, for sure, definitely. Yes. Okay. And number three is to talk shop. Yeah, so it means to discuss something related to your work. Yes, some matters related to your work when it is not quite appropriate. Yes, when you're outside your work, when you're not in the office. Yeah, so you can, be talking about your job, when people are not interested in that, and say, Markian, stop talking shop. We're not in the office. Yeah, something like this.
They would say, "Oh, good for you." Yeah. Yes, continue,
Yeah.
continue. Yes. It's sorry, but sorry that you are late for the train. Yes, or something like
Yes,
that.
yes.
You have
Talk
to
shop.
go. Mhm.
Yes, like to annoy a person, always discussing your business related matters, maybe at home, maybe among
Mhm.
your friends. This is to talk shop. Yeah, so
Mhm.
these are the expressions that I really
Cool.
like, but there are so many of them. You can
Mm.
check them up on my Instagram page.
Of
Yes,
course, of course.
plenty of them. Hmm?
Uh-huh. And as far as I know, you are a business English coach for some successful international companies. What are
Yes.
your methods of teaching business English, and how does your business English class look like? Mm.
Mm-hmm. So I will start that. Yeah, I would say at the beginning that I'm trying to focus on the specific needs of my clients or students and some learning outcomes, because there are so many different requests from them. Some people, speak English, but they need English as a means to achieve some specific, career related goals. For example, they need to communicate in English in their work environment. Someone is looking for a job and needs to have an interview in English. Yes, some people are traveling and having these business trips, and they need to be able to communicate in this international business environment, to have this business small talk, things like that. Some people, like managers at some companies, they need English to get some customers or clients from abroad. So I try to design our sessions, basically to customize the sessions to meet these specific needs. And of course, apart from this, functional language and this specific business vocabulary, we're also trying to develop the awareness of different communication strategies in business. Trying
Uliana,
to reach
yeah,
me.
good, good.
Yes, so to develop awareness of some communication issues, like building rapport, some customer service communication, managing conversations, and so on. And also, we are developing some important business skills, like negotiating, presenting ideas, resolving some conflicts, things like that. So English as a means of communication in international business environment. And on top of this, we are also discussing a lot of realistic business cases. So with all these things integrated into our sessions, these business people have really good results, and I'm very happy, when they give me their feedback and say to me that, I was abroad for 6 months and
Yes. Good.
sorry again. Yes, and I'm extremely happy when they give me this feedback and tell me that, for example, they managed to get some clients from abroad that they were extremely difficult to reach out to because of some lack of professional business communication, and our sessions really brought them a lot of value. So this is basically how it works, and I'm really enjoying it.
Do you teach them online, or do you go to some to some companies? Do they invite you to their offices, or
Uh, yes,
work
just
online?
before this lockdown started back in March. Yes, I was visiting their office. Yes, we were having like uh, you know um, offline sessions. It was all offline teaching, but now basically, obviously, this is online. Yes, but it is as effective as offline. So, and I work with groups as well as having individual sessions.
Not so effective because you cannot punish them, you cannot beat them. Yeah.
Oh, it's
So cute, so cute.
with
Yes.
this serious guys, business people, you need to be very careful or maybe creative, in terms of punishment. It's more about encouragement rather than punishment, I would say.
So standing in the corner is not an option. All right.
No, no, no.
All right. So, what are your methods of teaching ESL, English as second language, online? And are they different from your classes in person?
Okay, that's a very relevant question, I would say. Yeah, so all these challenges, yes, that we have been experiencing due to this pandemic have proven that online teaching and learning can be as effective as offline. And relying on my experience, yes, of course, at first it was like a big challenge, a big problem, obstacle to overcome. Everyone was confused because of this what they call it now, new normal. Yes, but now everything is running very smoothly. Yes, we got used to it. And online teaching gives you this opportunity to exploit a whole range of different web resources, yes, to keep your audience engaged. Because I would say that this is the most important point, yes, to keep your audience engaged. Because some people are afraid to turn on their camera, some people are just bored staying at home. Yes, so when you make your sessions really entertaining, funny, but at the same time you know um, serious and productive and to the point, following the syllabus, if I'm speaking about the university, yes, then it's really valuable, I would say, and productive. And so I mean, I'm trying to use a lot of different tools, starting from the simple ones like Jamboard, Kahoot, Socrative, to do different polls, questionnaires, surveys, yes, as well as some creative ones. The one that I like the most, and my students as well, I hope, is Storybird. This is the program for digital storytelling. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
where the students can create their characters. They can make up a story, yes, with their own plot, and then they can voice the characters. Yes, voice
Wow.
the story. Yes, and this is really what I would say is edutainment. Yes, the
Yes.
audience is being entertained at the same time they are learning something. Yes, and sometimes it includes some cooperation, collaboration. Sometimes they work in pairs or in groups. Everything is done online, but yes, my students love this activity.
Do they have to come up with the story from scratch, or do they have to predict to continue the story
No, it is from scratch. It
from
is
scratch?
just from the very beginning to create their story. Yes. So usually it should be relevant to the topic that we are discussing. Yes, in our classes. So let's say this is relationship or family. Yes, and they are making the story about relationship. So it's really interesting, and they voice it. I mean, so they need to. So it's not just having fun and doing some digital things. They are practicing their English, and then we do this peer feedback. Yeah, so it's great. I love it.
A lot of people are telling me that their life, a lot of English teachers are telling me that their lives have changed during the pandemic, that they went online. But I've been teaching English online for almost 6 years, so nothing has changed for me. Maybe like two
Mhm.
two guys, the last Mohican, yes,
Yeah.
switched from offline to online, but still there is one guy who wants to shake my hand, yes, and who comes to me but he's rather funny.
I would say that at the beginning of this pandemic, people couldn't believe that offline learning and teaching is possible, is effective. They were really cautious about this. They were like, no, I don't want to work with you because now you're teaching online only. Yes, I don't find it effective because this is like watching some YouTube videos, but this is live sessions. I mean, this is the same communication, but virtually. Yes. So, but
Yeah.
now I would say that we managed to broke all these stereotypes about that this is not effective. I mean, if you are a professional, if you have some digital literacy skills, yes, you can make things happen. Yes, and satisfy the needs of your students, clients, and so on.
Definitely, there are a lot of advantages because you don't waste your time for commuting. You don't make
Yes.
some efforts. Yes, you are not coming with like sweating, yes, and breathing hard, yeah, and that
Yes.
like all words slip to your mind, and with your teacher, you are just and the lesson is over. So you cannot be late. If you are just late, if you are somewhere, you can just turn to mobile internet or something
Yes.
like that. Yes,
It is
really.
very flexible. You mean you are very flexible. You can reach your students at any time, at any
Mhm.
place. So it's good. I mean, I like it. I cannot imagine the time when we will have to get back to offline teaching. Probably it will be a challenge again, to get back to what we had before.
Why should
So
we? Why should we get back to this thing?
I mean, I also teach at the university, so the
Mhm.
circumstances there could be different. Yes, maybe in March. I hope so.
Maybe, yes. Uh-huh. And I know that you are fond of some fancy words, yes? And coming back to this topic, top three. So, what top three words have you learned recently?
Recently, okay.
Yeah.
I would say that with this pandemic, there are so many recently coined pieces of vocabulary, you know, a lot of blends, and, you know, people are just having fun combining different words together. So one of my favorite one is Badgasm. Have you ever heard
Bad
of
guess. Bad guess.
Badgasm?
So it can be like orgasm and
Okay,
uh,
I will. Okay.
and bed.
Okay, so Badgasm. Yeah, it's not that naughty. Yes, it's not naughty. It's not loose. So, you know, this is this feeling of euphoria when you are finally climbing into your cozy bed at the end of a very busy day, and you're
Mm,
experiencing this Badgasm.
wow. So not through A, but through E. Yes.
Yeah, it is bad. Yes,
Mhm.
it's not bad. It's
So
bad.
gasm cannot be BAD. It can be just BAD. I see.
Yes, just E. Yeah, so I really like it.
It's a
Then
portmanteau word, correct? Blending word.
yes,
Portmanteau.
yes, it is a blend.
Mhm.
Yes. Then another one, it is again a very new British, perhaps this is British slang, but maybe American as well. I'm not sure. To ghost somebody.
To
So
go.
to ghost. So it means
Ooh.
to stop communicating with no explanation, like to ignore someone's phone calls, chats in social media, maybe avoiding meeting them in public. So basically, this is to ignore, to
To
ghost.
give somebody the cold shoulder, if Americans say.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is to
Yes.
ghost someone.
The last
Mhm.
time I'm ghosting a lot of people.
A lot of people. So you are getting antisocial because of this pandemic. So am
and,
I, to be
and not
honest.
only not only
Not only.
this pandemic. Yes, because of the lack of time, probably. Like,
Mhm.
something like that.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so this is to go someone. I really like it. I mean, the connotation is interesting. Yeah, so instead of saying, "Are you ignoring me?" you can say, "Are you ghosting me?" So
Um,
sounds interesting. And another one that I really love, this is another blend. This is flirtationship. Markian, have you ever been engaged in a flirtationship?
flirtation ship. It's a ship that cruise, and I had some flirt on a cruise. Yes, and so
I
romantic.
like that point. Very creative, very creative.
Uh-huh.
But in fact, this is, you are not in a relationship with someone, but you are flirting, you are giving some compliments all the time. You are complimenting a person. Yeah, so we cannot call this like a relationship, but it's, this innocent flirtationship.
Or just teasing, yes? Teasing,
Teasing, yes, teasing,
teasing,
maybe.
teasing and ghosting, teasing and ghosting.
Yeah, tease and goes. Yeah.
Uh, cool. I really enjoyed those ones.
Yes.
So coming back to our topic on teaching, yes. So how do you teach speaking to ESL students?
Okay, speaking is a very it's a vital aspect, yes, of teaching English. And when I'm talking about my private students, yes, or the ones that I tutor, this is the common request. I don't want to learn grammar. I don't want to do any exercises. I just want to speak, and not just speak, but to speak like a native speaker. Yes, and this is really a challenge sometimes to let them know that speaking cannot stand separately from all other activities. Yes, but I would say that to teach speaking, yes, you need to teach certain chunks of language.
Mm,
Yes, collocations and some patterns, because the biggest problem is that learners of English, they are still thinking in Ukrainian, and then they are translating these things into English, and then they sound pretty clumsy. Yes, that's the biggest point. Yes. So when they learn not just separate words, but chunks of language, patterns, collocations, especially in the context, yeah, so it helps a lot them to build up sentences, yes, and so on. And they need to be aware of the fact that in English, one word or even one expression can have so many different meanings, quite opposite ones, depending on the context. Yeah, so that's really important, to learn your learners. Yes, to enlighten them on this issue. That's vital, because people believe that speaking, this is just this simple activity that comes naturally. This is actually a lot of work. Yes, a bit of grammar, a bit of vocabulary, yes, and then it comes naturally through practicing all the time. So nothing actually new, but I would say it's really important to let them know, to let them be aware of how it works, of the mechanics of language, of the mechanics of this second language acquisition, if to put it this academic way.
I remember having some classes with Americans, and I taught Ukrainian to Americans, so to Mormons in particular. And they were pretty advanced at Ukrainian, so I taught them some idioms. And I realized that there are some weird idioms in Ukrainian, and how weird they are. For example, like when pigs fly. Okay, when pigs fly, you can imagine pigs fly, yes, because they are fat. Yes, but when we take our into English, it will be like when the crayfish whistles on the mound. It's unbelievable.
Surrealistic.
Yes. Or not in one's plate. Okay, it's like not in one's plate. Why? Like a fish out of water. Okay, fine. Like in English, it's logical, but in Ukrainian, like not in one's plate. What? I mean, so there are different cultural aspects, and we have to somehow penetrate this into our install these all idioms in our minds. Yeah.
Yes, but I can say that teaching Ukrainian to foreigners, this is just a struggle. It was for me, because all these conjugations, well, the Ukrainian language, it is much more difficult than English, and English is everywhere now. I mean, when you're using your phone, you have a lot of words in English. Your laptop, we have so many borrowings. Yes, so
fortunately, they were advanced, so I just taught them some collocations or stable expressions, idioms, and cultural tips. So I didn't teach them some any conjugations, like you said. Yes.
Yes.
Thanks God, or God forgive. How do you teach grammar to ESL students, or do you use these methods? I mean, like grammar translation methods. This old checked methods.
So definitely, I am a big proponent of a communicative approach to teaching grammar, and grammar within the context. Yes, and I would say that it's important. It's important to not to teach grammar separately, but to integrate this grammar material into the topic being discussed. Yes, so yes, but again, when we're talking about my university experience, and we have so many different things to cover during one semester. I mean, in practical English classes, you know. And when you indulge in this communicative approach, you know, to teaching grammar, very often you are just falling behind the syllabus. I mean, yes. So it's really difficult, you know, but. I mean, when it is just general English, yes, you need to find this balance. Yes, so grammar should not stand separately. It should be integrated. It should be, you know, through communication and through students' perspective. I mean, they always need to use this grammar and, you know, to how to say, to replicate it through their own experience. Yeah, so for example, we are discussing some, you know, let's say conditionals. Yeah, so they can talk about their dreams, you know, they're ambitious. If I were a president, I would do something. Yeah, so they need to use it in a very specific context, yes, to feel this grammar. Yeah, so it should be within a certain topic, definitely.
If I were a president, I would change something, and then I would ask them, just could you paraphrase this condition and let me like a chain conditional. So if I change something, I would
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
and yes, and this is this you know, storytelling. Yes,
yes,
so
yes, yes.
you can engage them in that. So
Chain smoking.
yes, 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 it is.
So you mentioned such a scary word as a syllabus. Syllabus is something that associates me with something, maybe a worm or something unpleasant. Yeah, am I right?
Yeah, so this is like you know, this is like a program, you know, or the protocol that you need to follow. Like
Unfortunately, in Ukraine, all teachers have to write their syllabi, yeah, by themselves. Yes.
yes, yes.
But as far as I know, in the United States, there is a specific teacher, but it's not a teacher, maybe a methodist, like a methodologist who writes all this syllabi for teachers. So it's not our duty to write those syllabi, because I came to university and I was asked to have one discipline. Please take one discipline. I took this discipline and I regretted so much and said, "Look, till June, no more teaching. I have the project, my school. That's it. I'm done."
Okay.
It's
Yeah, so unfortunately, a lot of restrictions. You know, you can be a very creative teacher. You have a lot of this, you know, mind-blowing ideas to implement in your classes, you know, but you are sometimes very much restricted. You know, you have a lot of limitations. So it's always, you know, about finding this balance and being flexible. I would say that flexibility is a life skill nowadays. So
Yes, definitely that we are put in some frames, and we what they want to put us is in some limitations, and they make us teach by the book. But
yes,
I hope this online format uh, changes their horizons and our overlooks, and will be, like you said, will be more free and more flexible.
yes, yes. Let's hope with this that we will have some, you know, dramatic changes in our educational system. We're really looking forward to it, but probably
Yeah.
it will take a lot of time.
Do you prepare for the NZINI or IELTS or CAT, maybe TOEFL? And if yes, so which of these exams is your favorite, and what is your program for these exams?
Yeah, so I prepare for the NO exam, and I really love working with ambitious and motivated teenagers, who have some, goals, to study somewhere, to move abroad maybe and get a diploma there. So yes, and as for the program, I would say that the NO, as any other exam, it's not just about knowing the language, it's not just about being fluent, it's all about knowing the tactics and strategies. Yes, and that's what I'm trying to teach my students. So we are usually discussing, I'm just, I want them to be aware of the main strategies, the format of the tasks. They need to be aware of some common pitfalls that they might encounter. Yes, as well as assessment. Yes, they need to know the assessment requirements. And of course, they need to work on their time management skills because, they have some limitations as well. As for the writing part, they need to know of course, the structure, the assessment, some really relevant vocabulary, and be creative. That is actually the point here, because I remember that it happened like previous year when they were asked to write a letter to a friend and share their experience of going to the theater. Yes, and a lot of students, they think that they need to highlight in this piece, in this written piece, their own experience, and they were like, I have never been to the theater. What should I write? So they so sometimes you need to teach them to be creative, because no one is really interested in their own experience. You just need to write something creative, and people will assess it according to certain criteria. So that it happens sometimes.
In this case, you are open to lie. Actually, you can tell a lie.
Yes.
You tell a lie. It doesn't mean that you are a liar, but you can tell a lie. It's a lie.
You are just being, inventive. You are making up a story. Why not? But you need to show your level of English, your accuracy, and things like that. So that was like, an eye-opening experience for me when I was asked this. What should I write? I have never been there. I mean, come on, guys.
Nobody will kill you because you.
Yes. Come on, guys. Just make up a story. Be creative.
Or maybe they know about some experience about their friends who were in the theater, something like that. So it's not the main problem.
Yes, and yes, because it happens sometimes that a person, like a teenager, knows English well and speaks it and is more or less fluent, but when it comes to this, concentration, focusing on some specific things, they are lost. Yes, they fail. So it's all about teaching this time management, these specifics of each task, some pitfalls, as I've already said. So it's all about the strategy, being strategic.
So students, learn ZNO with Uliana. Okay?
Yes. Learn life skills and get a good score. Yes.
Okay. So, do you use any educational platforms for developing you as a teacher? I saw you on the internal education. Yes.
Oh yes, these are some webinars and seminars and things like that, because we cooperate with this company, with internal education. I mean, they supply us with the course books for our students, and I also use their business English books, and I'm really grateful to them because their brand new material is really worth being used, in EFL classroom. But when this lockdown started back in March, to be honest, I was trying to make the most of this stressful experience, yes, and this new normal, as they call it now. And I was doing a lot of courses on Coursera. Yes, I would say that, it was just a unique opportunity, to have this course from some top universities, from the US or Europe, because actually it wasn't just, passive learning. You were actually doing a lot of practical assignments. I was, networking and communicating with fellow professionals from all over the world. They were giving me, and I was giving them, this peer feedback. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It was such a great experience. And so I did a few courses on teaching online, digital literacy, multimodal literacy, business English, of course. So I was having a lot of fun. Yes, but
would you like to start teaching the IELTS one day? Or you
maybe who knows. I've had this experience, but
I had hundreds of students for the IELTS, and I would recommend I would recommend trying it, just for sure, the IELTS. Just it took me maybe 3 months to understand the structure and to realize what you really need for the IELTS for good results of students. As for not so many students really need ZNO, because I've had some students who decided to go abroad, or who decided not to continue their education. Just they want to have a job, that's it, and they didn't need ZNO. So one girl just entered the Jagiellonian University. They didn't acknowledge this ZNO exam, and she just entered this university without the ZNO, and no problem for her.
Just having this IELTS certificate.
Not even with the IELTS, just some admission exams, and that's it. The university doesn't require the ZNO exam at all.
Interesting.
So it depends on the university.
Yeah, so they need to monitor, yes, this enrollment procedure, yes, to know all the details about the university.
Yes, just as far as I know, she had only the interview, a Skype interview, several questions, and you are admitted. That's it.
Nice experience.
I would say that the IELTS is pretty harder than ZNO, because there are three that you have to develop 4 language skills: speaking, writing, reading, listening, and especially writing is a big challenge, because you have to know some high Lexis vocabulary. There is a specific structure. So English, everyday life, everyday English is so different than the IELTS English. It's like,
I would say that another challenge for students, or maybe even for teenagers who want to take IELTS, as far as this writing part is concerned, is that they just lack this background knowledge. When a 16-year-old teenager is asked to write an essay on gender equality in English, they're like, come on, what is gender equality in Ukrainian? I know nothing about this issue. So it's also about having some background knowledge, isn't it?
Definitely. So in this case, but if you don't have a background knowledge, so for you, there is speaking 1, speaking 2. So don't go like higher. So don't bite off that you can't not chew. Yes, so just if you want, just get a 4.5, get a job. That's it. That's your level. But if you want to get a higher band, you should know you have to be a versatile, a well-rounded personality. And
I like that word. I like that word, versatile.
yes, and probably a jack of all trades that you have
Oh
to.
yes. Oh
Fresh.
yes. Yes.
And that's according to the level, according to your level.
And what you need, yes? If you need this band, 5 or 6, yes.
Just study, take your time. Yes, like you have a year. Like quit your job.
So who are your students? I mean, why do they need IELTS? Do they need it to go to another country, to move to another country, or they need IELTS to study somewhere?
So many purposes, So today I had a student, and he is working as a driver, but a driver, like a professional driver abroad.
Like a truck driver.
Yes, and for a truck driver, you need to take the IELTS, to pass the IELTS for 4.5. Not so much.
Marki, I'm sorry for interrupting. I just wonder, what exam do you need to take in Ukraine to be a truck driver?
I would say only a one sentence exam. Can you drive? Yes. Okay, you are a driver.
Yes, perhaps.
Yeah, so for just 4.5, and it's not a big deal, 4.5. But if you want to enter, for example, to get an MBA, business administration, to be a master business administration, so you need probably the average band is 7.5.
What about GRE? Maybe you are preparing for GRE as well.
I haven't prepared for the GRE, but I think that it's a lower exam in status than the IELTS. So the IELTS is more important, I think, and the TOEFL.
IELTS is more about language, and GRE incorporates some maths and things like that.
GMAT, GMAT is incorporates GMAT. Yes,
perhaps.
GMAT, half a math, half English. Yes, the GMAT.
Okay.
Yes, that, yes, and but grammar is not so advanced there, so it's probably for B2. It's not so difficult as the IELTS. If you want to get a band 7 or 8, yes. I know that for English teachers to get a job in Dubai, you have to take the IELTS, and to pass the IELTS for band 8. So average. It's unbelievable. It's very high. But the world is your oyster, and when you are just confident in yourself, you can do it. Even you can get band 8, and you can get a job in Dubai.
So it's all about the interview, yes?
Yes, it depends. Do you mean like the interview? What do you mean?
I mean, if you have a bit lower band with IELTS, but you are very successful during the interview, you show your personality, so probably they can give you this job offer.
It depends on a school. It depends on a university. In some university and schools, the requirement is to have the IELTS, to pass the IELTS with flying colors. So even if you are qualified, you need to take the IELTS. So it depends on the school. For me, like when I was in Abu Dhabi, I didn't take the IELTS. The TESOL was enough for me. The certificate of teaching English speakers of other languages. So I could not easily, but I could get a job there.
Nice.
So where do you find students? or students find you? And do you use any tutoring sites, or it's not a secret?
Okay. So in my experience, maybe it sounds a bit, dated or what, but word of mouth advertising or promotion, worked the best. I mean, once you get a client or a student who is completely satisfied with the service you are providing him or her with, and they're getting good results and they are super excited. They share their experience with their peers, family. If we are talking about business English clients, with their business partners and colleagues, and in this way they promote you as an expert, as a teacher. Yeah, so this is how it was in my case. But I would say that now Instagram is another very useful
Tool, yeah.
business tool for promoting yourself as an expert in your field. Yes, because when you post some information about yourself, let's say in LinkedIn or something, people cannot see your personality, because sometimes your personality matters much more than your professional level. And so Instagram is another good platform for doing this, as well as YouTube. Yes, people just need to see you. Yeah, I mean, the way you speak, the way you communicate, the way you behave. Yes, and then
Do you
start.
pay for Instagram, or it's organic? If it's just a secret, do you use
uh,
it organically, or do you pay? Or it's it possible to use Instagram nowadays organically?
okay, so it's not that, I mean, that you pay someone. You can just pay for your ads,
Mhm.
running. Yes, in Instagram and Facebook, because they are like one thing.
Company.
Yes. Yes, one company. So you just install your ads manager. Yes, you just upload there your ad, your video clip, or just anything. Yes, and there are so many different options. I mean, you can be charged for the clicks. Yes, you can be charged for the traffic from that ad to your page. Yeah, so
Mhm.
a lot of different tricks. I'm not an expert, to be honest. I don't have like thousands of subscribers, followers. Yes, but I would say that sometimes it works very naturally. For example, when you're having lives with different interesting people, native speakers. Yes, you basically are exchanging your audiences. Yes, like
Mhm.
my audience is starting following them, and vice versa. So sometimes it happens naturally, but there are so many different tricky strategies, all those giveaways and things like that. Well, to be honest, I'm not involved in any of them. I don't find it useful and ineffective. I don't need to have this passive audience, those ghosts, or the way we can call them. So yeah, I just, I'm such a kind of person that I prefer to give it a natural flow.
Mhm.
Whether it is work, whether it is Instagram, whether it is some live streams, you
So
know this is what.
collaboration
Yeah.
is your calling. Yeah. Hmm.
Yes, I really like that. And I'm not striving to get this big audience.
Why
I'm
not?
okay with what I have now. I enjoy this. It brings me a lot of pleasure. It brings me some students as well who are
Really?
interested in learning
From
English with me.
Instagram. From Instagram, yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
So yes,
So do
this
you
is this
focus
is
on the Ukrainian audience, or do you have some students abroad, from abroad?
right now. It is Ukrainian. Ukrainians. Yes. Mhm.
I see. All right. And do you have any interesting projects or blogs apart from Instagram on social media?
To be honest, no. To be honest, no. But now I am really dedicated to Instagram. I mean, I share some, I would say, useful, and modern pieces of
Definitely.
vocabulary. Yes, and I'm networking with some professionals from abroad. We have these live streams. We're discussing different issues, something serious like typical mistakes of learners of English or British slang or American slang. Yes, and people find it really interesting. So I post all my insights there. Yes, and I share these insights on Instagram, and I would say that well, I was too late to start it, because actually the peak of this info business and this Instagram business was probably back in 20, let's say 18, 19, but at that time I was doing something different. I was busy with my PhD studies and things like that, but now I'm free to do this more creative work.
Why don't you try TikTok? TikTok is late. Yeah, really. TikTok,
Yes,
definitely. It's
maybe
full.
I need a tutor to teach me all these tricks, of
On
these.
TikTok, it's so easy. It's much easier than on Instagram.
Yes.
Very, very easy. Just the same algorithm as on Instagram that was in 2018. Believe me.
Mhm, mhm,
So you
mhm,
can, if you are liked, you can get maybe 1,000 views per day organically without
mhm,
paying. So TikTok
mhm,
just just attach your account on YouTube or Instagram to TikTok, and
mhm.
you can promote in this way your account on Instagram by using TikTok. Just a food for thought for you. Uh,
Yeah, so maybe I will give it a try. Yes, but still, I
Definitely.
have, now TikTok sounds for me like really, just entertaining thing. Yes.
Yes, so that's why your English has to be entertaining and edutainment. Yes, like
Yeah.
you are using this and you have a good words, good vocabulary, but this vocabulary has to be like in something like in a different light. Yes, not serious, but maybe like can be dressed up in a different way, so more entertaining, or like
Yes,
you
like
can.
dancing, different movements. Yes.
Yes, yes. Personally, I like English for 3 seconds. Uh, for example, it can be in Russian even. For example,
Mhm.
let's say, um, how to what's the synonym to the word tasty? And you say 1, 2, 3, and then delicious. So a person needs to think about that,
Mhm.
and you are
Mhm.
including more audience. Delicious, mouth-watering, yummy,
Mhm. Mhm.
sumptuous, flavorful, whatever.
Mhm.
Yes, and in this case, like students can write some comments. It's
Mhm.
very engaging. This English for 3 seconds. I like it
But
very much.
okay, but speaking about the audience, because nowadays all these, SMM managers, they claim that, for example, Instagram is for the audience 18, let's say, to 35. Yes,
No,
the Facebook is from 20 to 60. Yes, but what about TikTok? What is the
it's a
audience there?
stereotype. You can face a lot of uh, old and adults on TikTok. So of course, the audience on TikTok is somehow the majority is like let's say adolescents, or but it's a stereotype. A lot of people are on TikTok nowadays.
Even
Uh,
even some politicians. Yes,
Yes, definitely.
I wouldn't mention the names, but they are. Yes.
Just make an account on TikTok as soon as possible, and it will be much easier for you to promote your channel by means of TikTok, because you're a girl, you're pretty.
Markiyan, will you be my SMM manager?
Not only a SAM manager, but I will not have a blog there because I am not attracted. I cannot be attractive. I need how to say. I should have been born as a girl, as an attractive girl, and it was my mistake.
It was your mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, with all this social media, you really need to have a manager. Yes, because this is the strategy. Yes, to build up. Yes, and all these, statistics and things like that. You need to be aware of this, how it works. So I
Yeah.
need an SMM manager. Yes, if you know someone, let me know.
Yes, I will not charge you a lot, just 5K, okay, 4K per month.
Okay.
Uh, so, do you think that an English teacher can become a millionaire?
A millionaire. A
Hmm.
millionaire. Well, I would say that maybe in Ukrainian hryvnias. Yes, but is this really a goal? Because for me, it is important, just to earn enough to meet all my needs, maybe to save some money for some maybe investments, maybe for charity, and just to be fulfilled. Yes, and um, a happy person is the one who needs very little to be happy. Yeah, so philosophically speaking, yeah, so I wouldn't say that a million is my goal. Yeah, I would prefer to sleep better than to have more money.
Mhm. Because I came across different English teachers who are not native speakers, and I think that their English is much worse than yours. And for example, Maria Bathan, yes, maybe you heard her, and she's a Russian speaker, but she's rather creative, yes. She's also a blondie girl, maybe not a girl, but she's a woman already, yes. And I think that she makes millions and millions, not just of hryvnias, but millions of dollars on different Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. No problem. Yes. So she just invests $100,000 in uh, establishing herself, in
Yeah.
promoting herself
Yeah.
as a teacher.
Yes,
Can you
it's all about investments, because there are so many English teachers who pay some top bloggers to promote them. Yes, and then they get their audience. This is how it works, so a lot of strategies for
Yeah.
that. But I would say here that, this info business, is very relevant now. And people are ready to buy some info products, all these online courses already recorded, you just get the access, but I still wonder if they are effective, especially the ones with no feedback, you know, to learn the language. Well, language is a means of communication. You need to communicate with someone. So what's the point of watching these videos that have been recording in advance, and then just have no feedback, have no one to talk to?
Mhm. Is the second question, but the first question is buy a course, please.
Yes, yes, yes. They are selling and people are buying. Yes, but then people are wondering, I don't have this result. So But
What the heck? Yes. Why did I buy this course?
yes, but to be honest, I'm also thinking of having some info products, to have some sort of passive income, because when every single day you're teaching almost the same, so why not just record it and
Uh,
sell it? So
yes, or you have to negotiate with your students because some students would be mind if you shot a video with them.
yeah.
So just maybe give them some discounts, like okay, some discounts for you, but I will record you, and you will
Yes,
be a public person. Oh,
yes, but it is very much time consuming, all these things related to video and editing and all this stuff.
why? If you are too lazy, you can just like record the video, like, live stream, and upload every
Yes,
day.
this is what I do. This is what I usually do.
Uh-huh. And one good, if you want really to edit some videos, I would recommend Camtasia. You can there is you can do it for free. I can even teach you how to do this Camtasia, how to
Mhm.
download for free.
Uh-huh.
So no problem. Yeah. And
It's interesting.
what are your plans for the future in terms of your teaching career?
Teaching career. To be honest, I don't have any like super big goals or plans. Yeah, so again, to develop my Instagram, to network with people, from ELT teachers from all over the world, to establish some contacts, maybe to have some collaborative projects together. Again, this info product, but I just want to give it a natural flow. I don't want to force myself, to set a goal and to achieve it. Now I'm more a very, I'm more this kind of laid back person. I want to have fun and at the same time make some money. Yes, but my personal fulfillment and my work life balance, yes, is the top priority for me right now.
I hope that you earn big money and you
Okay.
become a millionaire. But
Yes, and I will make a killing.
say hello to me on the street after that.
Yes. Yeah, so we are waiting finally when this lockdown is over. Yes, to get back to this typical routine, like mingling in the city center, having some fun. Yeah.
Well, you might have some fun. It's okay. So, and you do. Would you like to have an English school, or it's not your cup of tea to have an English school?
To be honest, it's not my goal, it's not my dream. Perhaps I'm not a good manager. Yes, maybe I'm too picky in terms of selecting some teachers of English. But I would say that well, we have a lot of. I mean, in our city, we have more than 200 English schools, or even more.
Really?
Yes,
Oh my God.
yes, really,
All
really,
of them.
a lot of competitors.
Uh-huh.
Yes, a lot of competitors. But what I'm interested in maybe is some sort of project like English for specific purposes. Yes, like English for what? For
For
medical
homeless.
students. For
English
what?
for homeless. Cool,
Yes,
yeah?
like English for medical students, English for business. Something. To be honest, I'm a little bit bored with this general English, especially these, pre intermediate levels. So I was
English
thinking.
for 1 hryvnia. Yes?
Oh, by the way, or maybe something like, English for marrying a guy from abroad, English for starting a relationship.
Oh.
I
Yes,
mean,
hot.
nowadays a lot of Ukrainian girls need English for this specific purpose. It's no wonder, to be honest. Wouldn't you agree with me, Markian?
Yes, I have to go to apply this career. I will steal it from you. Yeah. So all there will be some girls, yes, who will be teaching English just for girls. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
some English and some life skills and some tactics and strategies. So it sounds like an awesome idea.
so English for some girls
Specific
who are
purposes.
looking for a rich man, a rich knight on the white horse from
Yes.
abroad.
Sugar,
Yeah.
sugar daddies, as they call them nowadays.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, they can find maybe like a man, a rich man, the white horse can be from India, right? Pakistan.
Yeah, so Makian, by the way, you've got a lot of connections. Yeah, so we could start a business.
I've got a lot of connections, but unfortunately, I don't know all of them.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
one friend plus, one friend minus. I'm not
Not,
trying my best. Yes.
that's not a big deal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so let's go global. Let's go global. Let's go international.
Yes. Let's go to Somalia. Uh-huh. Afghanistan.
No, not to that extreme.
I mean online.
Oh, online, of course.
Yeah.
Why not? After I've taken part as a speaker, as a presenter in one international conference on ELT in Oman, it was online, obviously. I've got so many, followers and subscribers from those, Middle East countries, and we are networking. So it's pretty interesting.
Uh-huh. Okay. Good. Good connections. Yes.
Yes.
And the last question to you. Please give us again top 3 tips on how to learn English fast and be fluent in English.
To be fluent in English, well, practice makes perfect, how they say. Yes, and it all comes through, first of all, watching a lot of authentic stuff, TV series, movies, films, like different films that you are interested in without subtitles, to just to feel the language, to see how they articulate it, to learn some phonetics, and with subtitles if you want to pick up some juicy phrases. Yes, and again, listen to different podcasts, to native speakers, yes, as much as you can, and talk to. I would say that now we have this unique opportunity, even on Instagram, on YouTube. There are so many great professionals who are native speakers, who can teach you all these useful, modern, trendy slang expressions, and real life English, how I call this, not some bookish stuff. Yes, and there are a lot of resources, even for free. You can have some trial lessons on italki platform. So a lot of different things, and just to pay attention to English around us. English is everywhere. I mean, in your computer, on your phone. We have so many borrowings in Ukrainian, yes, English borrowings. So, yes, it's all about practicing, and people shouldn't be afraid of making mistakes, because this barrier always comes from this fear of being corrected. You should start talking, to someone, and shouldn't be afraid to be corrected, because this is actually a good way to learn something. Because if someone corrects me, especially if it is a native speaker, it will be deeply embedded in my mind, so I will never make this mistake again. So this is, from my personal experience. So speaking,
Cool.
talking, networking, in all different, platforms and areas.
Cool, cool. So thanks, Uliana, a lot for such an exciting and useful interview. I really had fun.
Yeah. Thank
Yes,
you for inviting me. It was my big pleasure, and I think that we've covered so many relevant topics.
yes, definitely,
Right?
and for free. Yes,
Yes, for
if you
free.
want, if you want, you can charge those people somehow. Yeah, but
Oh,
you gave really a big value. Yes, and I will definitely leave the links to your profiles and all
nice.
information about you in the description below. So
Thanks
some
a lot.
students can contact you for some English classes and for some business English classes. Okay.
I thank you. Thank you so much for the promotion. I'm blushing now a bit.
No problem, no problem. You really deserve this. And
Thanks a lot.
you guys, if you like this interview, please give a like to it, share with your friends and followers, subscribe to this channel in order not to miss our English classes and interviews with different interesting people. And write your comments on how to learn English fast. And do you agree with Uliana on this issue? So take care and bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a nice day. Bye bye.